Alright, I'm going to give you a quick review of my presentation setup for the house here. So I'm excited to kind of review what's here. This is kind of a poor man's setup, and I thought you might be interested in this, on how I do these presentations. So I have just a regular PC here. It's like a 2nd gen i7, so there's nothing, it's not super fancy or anything, and this is all it does. And what I have connected to it is I have one monitor over there. It's actually a cheap TV. I think it's a 32-inch or something like that. Got on Amazon. Probably $100. It was maybe $120 or something like that. And then I have another monitor connected to the laptop as well. This is a Dell. This is the 21-inch touchscreen, and it has HDMI and a USB going to the laptop for the touchscreen. All right, that's set up, and I got two cameras. That camera over there, and that camera over there. And those two cameras are USB to this guy here. And that's set up. Obviously, this camera's pointing to this easel over here, and I have a whiteboard over there. And then that camera obviously is pointing to where I would be standing. That's kind of my setup right there. I just kind of stand right there, and my view is that monitor right there, and there's my touchscreen right here, and I also have a mouse that's connected to that as well. So what do I use for this stuff? So I got obviously WebEx. I got Minicam software. This gives you a video switching capability, so I have multiple camera shots, so I need that. And then I got WebEx. Now I won't show you how to start WebEx or anything. You know how to do that. And then I just start my camera. Once I start my camera, if I wanted to see how my camera is configured, you see it's configured to connect up to the Minicam virtual webcam. So that Minicam then connects up to two, and and you'll see that in a minute. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's do that. And then let's share our screen. So the screen I'm going to share is number 2. Which is this screen right here. Okay, and if I look over there, you'll see that particular PC over there is connected, and it's on a WebEx. It's a WebEx participant, right? And it's showing this particular screen here. So what do I want to do? Well, first I want to get the right camera shot. So I'm going to transition to this shot where I am here. In other words, that camera is pointing to me. You know, and then you can see over there that that camera shot is me. And then when I come back over here, I'm sharing this screen. I'm gonna bring up PowerPoint here. Now this is kind of the weird thing I played around with, and what I like here is when I go into presentation mode. This is typically what we'd use. This is kind of the speaker notes. Everything's right here, and this is what I would be looking at, and that's what the audience is going to see, right? That's usually how you do it. But I do it a little bit differently since I'm sharing this screen. I did that for a reason, because I'm going to change my display. I'm going to swap my presenter screen to be over there. Now, why did I do that? Okay, so now the camera angle, the camera shot, you can see over there. I can say hi there. The camera shot, and where I'm looking this way. Not only am I looking this way, but my speaker notes are in front of me. When my speaker notes are in front of me, I can look at the camera, or it appears that I'm looking at the camera, and I can read, or I have my bullet points or whatever, and then I usually kind of mess with this and give me a little bit more room in there, so I can really have most of my notes right in front of me. And you see I also have the WebEx. I pulled out that panel, that video panel, and I put it over there. That's because when somebody's talking, or when I'm talking to somebody, I can look that way, and if I get another active speaker on there, I'm going to be looking. It's going to appear that I'm looking at them and not looking down or anything like that, because I want to look at them. So it's just kind of just kind of playing with the angles and where you want to put the camera and stuff like that. Remember, that camera usually goes over here, but or the video shot. But I want to put the video shot right under my camera. It's not obstructing anything, because I don't care what the next slide is. I really care what my speaker notes and what I'm going to speak to and how that's going to work. Now, over here, this is where I'm going to draw. So this is kind of working as a digitizer for me. And even though I'm speaking up here, when I need to draw something, I do have to look away and I do have to look down. But then this particular screen, you still have your pens and things like that available. So I don't have to cut away to a whiteboard or anything like that, to a WebEx whiteboard or anything. I can do, and I can get points across right here. Not only that, but I can, you can grab a $15 pen, and if I need to write a little bit better, let me erase this right here, or let me erase everything. I got all these controls here, and if I need to write a little bit better, I can definitely, oh, there, I got my eraser there, sorry. I can write a little bit better, and this is a little bit, I get thinner lines and things with my finger, so I can get some concepts, draw some clouds, internet, connect some routers there. So, and then not only that, if I do need a cutaway, if I'm looking at a particular, let's say I'm looking at a particular slide, I can say I can get the viewer's attention. And this is what I'm talking about here. And you can see that that's coming out over there on the participants. And also, now I am looking down, but I can look up at them. And then I can also see, so I can go down here and draw. But when I look up, I also get my drawing on my left-hand side slide over there. So I can look up, not having to always look down. In fact, when I can start drawing down here, and then I can look up and I can kind of finish drawing. But those are just some little tricks that you kind of got to get used to. The other thing, if I do need a whiteboard and I do need to draw out, PowerPoint does have that. I come right here. I can go to my screen. I can go to white screen right here, and then now I can draw a little bit more better. I can unobstruct it, and I can draw some things out here if I'm trying to get a concept across or something like that. It's very natural for me, the way this screen goes down like that. I really like that. And if I'm excuse me, if I don't have my pen in my hand, obviously I can start doing this too, and I can draw letters if I want to or whatever. And then to go back, I just push one button, and then I'm back. Now, if I do need to transition and I really want to use my whiteboard over there, which I like using. I really like using a whiteboard. All I have to do is transition the video. Okay, remember the video we're on is this video right here, and I that one there, and I want to transition to this one. So what I can do is I can come down here very easily, and I can, somewhere here, looks like I lost it. Show taskbar. So my taskbar, my Windows comes up. I can choose my minicam right there, and then I can transition. Now sometimes I'll pull this over and have it on that window over there. So I'll kind of do this right here. I didn't do that before, so I apologize. And I'm going to just pull that so it's over in this window. Okay, so when it comes up, it's on this window. That way my viewers, remember I'm sharing this screen, so that way my viewers don't get obstructed by that. So that's going to be over there when I pull it up. And then all I need to do is I can use my mouse if it's over there. I could obviously I could stop sharing over here and then use my finger to do it, but I like putting it over there. And then I can transition, and I'll pull that over here for now, just so you can see it a little bit better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transition over to another camera angle. And once I transition to that camera angle, I can kind of put that away. And then you can see over there, the participant now is looking at a different camera angle. They still have the screen sharing, but then they can pull that. If they wanted to pull this up full screen, I could do that, or they could do that, doing something like that and do that. And now all I have to do, right, is come right over here, and I can start drawing here. I'm on this camera angle right here, and you can see that on my participants video screen over there, I'm here. And then I can, and these aren't real good cameras. They're HD cameras, but they're not real good. But the quality being this close, I can't change camera angles. Now I can't just pull a camera across. You know, I really got to have another camera that's set up exactly right for my whiteboard and focused and things like that. And then I can, you know, I can start doing my drawings and getting concepts across and things like that. So that's kind of the setup that I have. Again, very easy. A couple of cameras, laptop, and a touch screen. Sometimes I do have to use some USB extension cables if I have this set up a little bit different. I've tried some different things. I like this the best, or if I want a different background or something, I'll kind of move around my room here and get me a different background. I actually had a pop-up background that I really liked, and I left it outside on accident, and it got wet and moldy and things like that. So that's it. I went over the Minicam, the presentation, how we swap things. Again, this is I really like this because I don't want to be looking down when I'm talking to somebody, and all my points, you can see that they're there on the screen. I'm looking at the camera, but I'm really looking right below, and I'm reading, you know, or covering the points I need to and things like that, and that really helps me stay focused. Now, the only thing I don't like is if I need to jump around in my video or my presentation, is I do have to bring the mouse up here and then go to that little icon right there, and then maybe, you know, if someone wants to see, you know, say, hey, go back to slide 13, or there was a slide that you were doing something on, and then I can pick that slide up. Now that slide will come up on the screen that's being shared now. And again, I have all my tools over here for doing anything. The great thing is, and this is invaluable, I think, this screen, this white screen here, that way you don't ever have to get out of anything. You don't have to get into WebEx to draw, you know, be on a whiteboard or anything. It's kind of a whiteboard inside PowerPoint, and there's no transition at all. I mean, it's just a click, you know, 2 clicks, and you're good to go. So that's it. I think that's all I wanted to cover. Other than, you know, Amazon, you know, $10, $15. Amazon, this was a little pricey. I think it was like $249. It was kind of an ouchie, you know, to pay $249 for a monitor is not something I like to do. I was actually gonna, if I didn't like it, I was gonna sell it. But I really like it. It took me a little while to kind of figure out how I was going to do things. At first, I kind of ripped it out and didn't like it because I was trying to leave it at my desk. But once I got this set up, it's been really, really good. I like it. I like standing and talking. I think that's a better way to give a presentation. And then, you know, of course, you know, Amazon, $20, Amazon, $10. This stuff you can find anywhere. And you know, a little tripod, you don't even need a tripod. If I had some other way to get this. Now, I like this. This is kind of out of the camera angle, or out of the camera shot. So the camera shot you have here between you and your audience, you kind of want this guy out of the camera shot. When you transition, you transition here, and then I just step over here, and then I start talking, you know, over here. So a tripod is almost needed because you got to kind of angle it depending on your setup or your room size or whatever. So that's it. Hopefully that's been helpful. Thanks for watching.